And what I've seen a lot of organizations doing through the last year is positioning themselves through innovation for the upturn, so that they're ready before the upturn begins. You know, the CEO of the American Chamber of Commerce, I think he stated our reality quite perfectly. He said, if you think about it, what's happening here is we're going from a really bad economy, 2009, where it seemed everything was going wrong. We're going to this next economy. It's a different economy, different rules. There's going to be different process that we have to follow to ensure that we can come out the other side. And so what I've been doing through the last 18 months is working with some fascinating organizations, including some of the largest organizations in the world, observing what they're doing with their team to ensure that they can come out of the recession and be well positioned for future growth. What are they doing? Number one, what I've witnessed, despite the downturn, is organizations and leaders out there who have a relentless focus on growth. You know, this might be a down market, sales might be challenged. You know, we might be finding that, you know, there's a spending pullback in our industry, but we are going to pursue growth because we believe there are unprecedented opportunities for economic growth, particularly when those opportunities are opportunities that are solving some of the biggest problems that society faces. What are some of the biggest problems that society faces? Take the world of healthcare. Take the world of healthcare. And think about, you know, what the observation that Bill Gates made. Bill Gates once made the observation. People tend to overestimate the change that is going to occur on a 2-year basis, and they underestimate the change that is going to occur on a 10-year basis. And think about the world of healthcare. Think about what's going on in the world of healthcare right now. We know we've got a lot of problems. We know a lot of baby boomers who are set to enter the healthcare system. We know we're going to have funding issues. We know we have to do interesting things to pay for the healthcare system. But if we think about a 10-year basis and we think about the role of information technology and the opportunity for information technology in the world of healthcare, we can begin to see some unprecedented opportunities for growth. You know, I spent some time at a conference in Washington called the World Healthcare Innovation Technology Conference. And we had CEOs of Sun Microsystems, we had CEOs of some of the leading technology companies in the world. We had individuals like someone from Intel who has stated that Intel believes that one of their top 5 sources of revenue going forward on a 10-year basis will come from the field of healthcare. Because what they are doing is they're looking at the fact that it's a huge problem to manage. We're going to have a whole bunch of baby boomers, for example, who we will not be able to place in expensive long-term care facilities, senior citizens' homes. Instead, we're going to have to migrate to a strategy in which we're going to be taking care of a lot of these senior citizens in their own homes. And we will be using a lot of medical device technology, remote medical monitoring technology, remote medical bioconnectivity technology to remotely monitor them in their homes. You know, I participated at health conferences throughout the US, including one called Facilities 09, the National Association of Children's Hospitals. And you know, these folks were architects. These folks were talking about the hospital of 2015, the hospital of 2020. What is it going to look like? And in their view, what the hospital of 2020 is going to look like is that the hospital as we know it is going to come to an end. And IT will take on a huge role as the healthcare system, as the hospital increasingly becomes virtual through the extension of technology. Device connectivity, medical device connectivity, bioconnectivity technology, remote diagnostic technology, technologies that will let us manage and monitor patients from afar. And you've got individuals at Intel who are talking about this being one of their top 5 revenue sources through the next decade. We always overestimate what's going to happen on a 2-year basis. We underestimate the massive transformational change which is set to be upon us over a 10-year basis.